Hello, everyone. So, got a new story here. It says here, Wisconsin University counselor fired over ongoing corn career with wife as sexy, happy couple. Ugh, okay. The longtime chancellor of the University of Wisconsin La Crosse has been fired from his position after his corn career. Dr. Joe Gao, who had served as chancellor, was terminated from the role Wednesday. The board placed a paid administrative leave effective immediately. The school system said. Uh, I don't think they can fire him, right? He has tenure. However, as a tenured faculty member, Gao will eventually return to work in faculty role. Earlier this year, he had announced that he wanted to transition back into teaching as a communications professor. Homie, you shouldn't be around children, like, or even young adults doing stuff like that, man. Like, it- there's just certain things there's a reason that people keep that private life private, but the moment you start monetizing your private life like that, you can't do certain public things, man. Like, I understand you think you have the freedom to do all whatever you want to do, but the world doesn't work like that. You just can't do that. There's certain things you have to give up when you engage in that kind of life. The termination comes after university officials learned that Gao and his wife, former UW La Crosse professor Carmen Wilson, she didn't take his last name, very progressive, had been making videos together and published two books together about making said videos. While the couple used a pen name, Gary and Jay Hart. Okay, no promotions. We don't need to know what to look up to find them. For their two published books on Amazon, Married with Benefits or Real Life. Oh my God. Adventure, Monogamy with Benefits. You sure it's monogamy? Monogamy with benefits. They weren't very secretive about their entertainment endeavors. They used their real photos on social media profiles where they went by moniker Sexy Happy Couple. Their social media pages also advertised their videos. Wow. Wow. They're using they're using the hub and the fans. Jesus. On their Amazon profile, they describe themselves as a married couple who serve in executive positions at two well-known organizations in the US. They weren't hiding it, and it took it that long for them to find them. Wow. Passionate plant-powered couple cooking, conversing, and shooting with top adult stars. Wow. Loyal fans? Loyal fans, is that another OnlyFans type site? They also have a YouTube page under the same name that appears to show cooking videos with adult stars. Wow. Gao told NBC News on Thursday that the books and adult films were done as private citizens and none of their public works mentioned the university. Come on, man. Stop it. Stop it. The students can access the stuff. You're doing it publicly. Is just not right. Like, why do these people do this freaky stuff and then just pretend like, oh, well, I'm technically following the rules, so you all can't really do anything to me. Like, no, there's social consequences to certain things, even if there's no legal consequence to it. Like, you just can't do whatever you want. We're a society, which means we're all responsible for each other. You can't just do whatever you want, man. I'm sorry to be the one to break it to you. I'm sure your parents told you that you can grow up to be whatever you want and it's a free country and you believed all this nonsense. But the truth is, you just can't do whatever you want. If it affects other people, it's going to be a problem. I think it's very shocking that the Board of Regents would completely disregard my First Amendment rights and my wife. They're not doing that. They're not disregarding your First Amendment rights and also their own policy on freedom of expression and freedom of speech. This is very unexpected. That's not how that works, man. That's just not how that works. It, the discovery of their X-rated online career was met with fury by some in the university. Yeah, University of Wisconsin President Jay Rotman condemned Gao's behavior. In recent days, we learned of specific conduct by Dr. Gao that has subjected the university to significant reputational harm. Exactly. His actions were abhorrent. I mean, I wouldn't say abhorrent, but it was irresponsible. UW System Regent President Karen Walsh said Gao showed a reckless disregard for his role. Yeah, that was pretty reckless. The outrage over his behavior is evident by the unanimous vote by the UW Board of Regents to terminate him as chancellor. We are alarmed and disgusted by his actions, which were wholly and undeniably inconsistent with his role as a chancellor. Is his wife still a professor, though? Gao said he was not given due process and learned of his termination in a letter that made reference to behavioral expectations for a chancellor. Exactly, bro. Like you can't hold a position like that and do that kind of stuff. Are you crazy? Like you couldn't even be mayor and do stuff like that. They did not indicate what policy I had violated. They did not. They said behavioral expectations. Is behavior unbecoming of the position that you hold? What do you mean? How did you become chancellor not realizing stuff like that? Well, that's probably why you violated it, because you didn't understand that there's certain social expectations for certain positions, especially positions of authority where you're going to be, administering other people. They did not in the letter. I just received a letter that said this is the way this is going to go, and you're no longer chancellor. Yeah, we're just kind of making sense of it, of all this. I've had some outreach from people that specialize in free speech issues, and they said they can help if we want to go that route. So we'll see where it can go from there. From here, you're not going to win this. Clearly, anyone that cares about free speech in society on university campus should be quite troubled by this. But they didn't take away your speech at all. They didn't. They just removed you from the position that you held as a position of esteemed that you failed to upheld. Rotman said he filed a complaint with interim Chancellor Betsy Morgan asking for a review of Gao's tenure status, and said on an outside law firm have been engaged to investigate the matter. Gao called for requests for review, very troubling, saying his actions are protected by tenure. Is it? Everything can be protected by tenure. This isn't the first time Gao's got into trouble for his interest in X-rated films. Yeah, it shouldn't be. He landed in hot water in 2018 after he invited actor Nina Hartley to speak on campus as part of a free speech event. What is wrong with this man? He was reprimanded and denied a raise that year, but he maintained he was embracing free speech by inviting her. You're not embracing free speech, man. You're engaging in your perversions. Like, are you serious? Are you really trying to fool people into believing you're not doing this for your own gratification? Like, what is she going to speak to the students about? You don't want to encourage students to be doing that kind of occupation. Anyways, until next time.